Oh shit. The only thing that sucks because it fucking restarted. So now all the tabs I normally have open to easily find stuff for the cast have all closed. God damn it. So I think I figured out something.
Uh-oh.
We're live, by the way. I'm just letting it catch up. But um, our old intro for Drinks and Toys.
Yeah.
I want to figure out a way to play that at the beginning of our live. That way, the time you take for people to kind of come in and for YouTube to catch up that we're live, we could just do that. Then when the intro is done, we just go into the show.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Right. So I'm gonna work that out. I'm gonna figure that out. It's a little bit of homework, but
I guess real quick while you're doing that, I did pick up some Vipers.
Oh, G.I. Joe Vipers?
Yep.
You confused me at first with Vipers. I'm like, you
want no. And then this is the Cobra Commander I was talking about.
Oh, give me 1 second. I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm trying to find the things to send out to everybody.
It's okay. He's not facing the right way anyway.
Oh, he's a bitch.
There it is. I don't know if you can see that if you're looking.
Oh, yeah, no. Damn.
So one of the coolest ones I thought, but these guys are all like super mint, dude, and they almost cost nothing, and I'm just like, cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but cool.
Oh, it almost cost nothing. Cool. All right, that's enough.
I don't know. I'm gonna be getting very hardcore this Saturday, getting everything listed. I'm tired of trying to move the more expensive pieces, so I'm gonna go eBay crazy.
Okay.
And I've been watching what turtles are selling for right now, and so I'm gonna take the 15% eBay hit across the board and just move these more expensive pieces. So honestly, so I can pay off a bunch of shit.
Try Macari.
I just don't know if people are going to pay for graded stuff off there. That's all.
There's a big collector focus on Macari.
Maybe I'll check it out.
I think you would do well on Whatnot. You're very full of yourself. You like the way to talk, so I feel like you do. You do well.
I really don't know if Whatnot would work for the more expensive pieces. I know somebody said they would, but I don't have that kind of following, and I don't want to sit there and get in negotiations and hashing out with people. Where on eBay it is what it is. It's the price. So
Whatnot, you have two different ways. You can set up, just have a store and just have shit up and people buy it whenever. But then you can also do the live auctions where people come on live and follow yada yada. So it's
maybe do that. Maybe set up the store and just list a bunch of shit.
Yeah, you can do that, like I said. And then you are a very people person. I can see you getting on live and just take a look at this. This is what I got going on. It's very minty and showing it off because you get excited about that shit. I feel like your excitement would bring in the people to be excited also, which would be successful for you.
Start taking pictures below the waist. You guys see the turtle? Look how clean he is. He's all...
Yeah, just for scale, he's only 3 inches, see?
This is a 3 3/4 Joe, as you can tell.
Oh, shit. So, welcome to Collector's Hideout. The podcast where we talk random nonsense depending on the day and what the topic is. Really, it's just a way for us as individuals to get away from all the nonsense that's going on in the real world. Just get together with a few friends and talk about pop culture, collectibles, toys, movies, comics, whatever comes up. This evening, we did not have an actual topic because I'm so busy. I don't think enough to figure out a topic anymore recently. But we've decided we're going to do a wild card. And I kind of tasked Shelly Tony, who's here. Psycho will eventually be here, supposedly, with an idea of just each of us kind of having a light topic of discussion, just to get it going. And if the chat goes in a different direction or just the conversation goes in a different direction, we'll just follow it and go where it goes. Did you do your homework that I gave you like an hour and a half ago?
I'm glad you asked. I did not, but I have plenty to interject on on what you brought up regarding sequels.
Okay. Fuck it. Let's get right into that because
I enjoyed that one. I thought that was a wise decision.
So, a few weeks ago, we did an episode of Collector's Hideout where we discussed sequels that were better than the originals.
Yep.
So, it made me start wondering about sequels that should have just never been made. Not that they didn't live up to the first, like they just didn't need to be made at all. And it kind of kills the love you had for even the first one, maybe. Because like, all right, the first one was great. Oh man, I just watched that second one was fucking horrible. It kind of makes me look at the first one differently now. What you got?
So we going into it?
Yeah, go at it.
So I have a very obvious one, like super obvious, and I know people love the
Ghostbusters
franchise.
2, I know. It's fucking horrible.
What'd you say?
Ghostbusters 2?
Oh, it's fucked,
horrible.
man. It was a great movie. I'm not getting into that again, but no. So, listen, man. Fast and Furious is the Fast and Furious. It was a good one-off style movie that really just like it didn't have to be anything more than the movie was, right? And instead, they turned it into this franchise of ridiculousness. The tuner phase took off in America. As soon as that movie was done, the tuner phase got real crazy. All of a sudden, every high school kid thought they had a race car. Everybody had neons. Everybody had body kits. Anything you could slap on your car to make it different or over the top, people were doing.
I was building them for a lot of kids.
What'd you say?
I was building them for a lot of kids.
I'm just saying, it's just that's what it was. It was just crap. I mean, it's a I mean, there's some '90s tuner builds, and I was never an import guy, but there was some '90s tuner builds that were just rad looking, like late '90s, the early 2000s, I should say. Mm-hmm. I can remember this one kid, but an ex-girlfriend from way back was very good friends with him, and like they had their whole group. They were like 2 years younger than me, and he had a purple Dodge Neon. Gus, what's up, man? He had a purple Dodge Neon that he had bought from his brother, who I don't know if he went in the Army, went in the Navy, or whatever. But I remember this car. It was a slammed purple Dodge Neon. It had a big fucking wing on the back. It had a body kit all the way around. It had these whack-ass looking rims. But at the time, right, it was cool.
Right.
He had the exhaust, and it had purple neons and whatever. It was a cool car for the time. I mean,
I feel like part of that right there is just the mental instability of neon owners, right? Because my brother had a Dodge Neon. Okay. I feel it was either his first or I think it was his first car. But he had a Dodge Neon. He came to me. He's like, I have a crazy idea. Now he's 12 years younger than me, 11 years younger than me. So like that whole racer phase, that was out because I was living in Pines. So this would have been around 2011. He came to me with this. He's like, I have this crazy idea. I have a Dodge Neon. I want to put neons on the Neon. And I'm like, is that really what we're doing? Because I had neons in my closet from when I was doing the tuner stuff back in the early 2000s. So then there we are, one Saturday afternoon installing fucking neons in 2011 on a Dodge Neon from like 1995.
Yeah, it's and it's funny, it was not a 78 Pinto, jackass. So
no, it was a 79.
Right. We had another buddy, his name's Alan, and I was on the phone with him when he got in an accident with two cars, but he had a white neon. I don't remember if it was an SRT, but he had a white neon on air ride, full body kit. It could have been a really cool car if he would have finished it. But it is what it is. Like any kids that age, right? We didn't have that kind of money, and we could only go so far with the car. Nobody could ever afford a paint job. That was like the one thing nobody could ever afford, and nobody would go to Mako. They're like, I'm not doing that. Meanwhile,
the Mako paint job, nobody wants that shit.
Right, the car would have looked 10 times better at the time had they just got the damn Mako paint job and called it a day. But I just remember how much fun everybody had back then with little, rice burners, we used to call them, of course, which was just an absolute. Now looking back, that's just a terribly racist comment to say you had a ricer, because that's initially what you're saying is Asian race car.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of funny to look back then. I even had a sticker on the back of one of my cars that said "Eat rice, don't drive it." Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit going on in my life when I was, in my 20s, but
yeah, you blame the stuff in your life. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just kind of funny to look back. But anyway, the Fast and Furious. So the franchise was wild, and then they came out with the Fast and Furious 2 with I want to say his name's Tyreek, but I don't know.
There's Too Fast, Too Furious, and his name's Tyrese, and
Tyrese
is in it.
Okay, so yeah, I remember Ludacris. He's like 14 years old in it, but
wow.
So Tyrese, I'm sorry, is in it, and yeah, that movie was just so. The first 10 minutes of the movie, you're just like, God, this is horrific. Like, it went so 0 to 60. They took it from a racing movie, about an undercover cop, to just this god awful neon everything, like everything over the top and ridiculous, and it was so bad. And then
I mean, that was really it screamed Miami. Like, that was really Miami.
See, I don't know enough to tell you if that's real or not. It just looks like it's stereotyped real bad.
So that would have been 2002, I believe.
Was it?
Yeah, because
ironically, Too Fast, Too Furious was 2002.
I think it was 2002.
2003.
Okay. Well, I graduated in 03, and a bunch of the kids in my graduating class, a lot of them had a bunch of the tuner cars, and they went down. They were at the filming, and their cars are in the movie and everything when they were doing that. But it very, like, the neons, like the very bright, like that is very much that section of Miami is very much like that.
Or was.
It still kind of is. It's still very bright. There's other sections of Miami that people don't like to go to. That's a whole different area. Like there's like the Miami you see in Fast and Furious, or like the what's the fucking show that takes place in Miami?
You're asking the wrong person.
Miami Vice. Like Miami Vice.
Okay.
You see like the beach and but then you see like there's other parts of Miami that you only see like on Cops, right? Like different types of Miami. So, but it was very much like that down there. Still is. Still bright neons in areas. Yeah.
I just think we could have done without all the movies afterwards. Now, excuse me. Yeah.
I don't know.
Tokyo Drift wasn't terrible.
Yes, it was.
Okay. See, that's where we differ, because I didn't think it was a terrible movie. I thought the some of the scripting and the acting is terrible, but that's the Fast and Furious movies. And so I was fine. Give me the first one. I watched it. The hype was done. I didn't need every other movie that came afterwards. They could have killed that franchise there, and I'd have been fine with it.
See,
and then they're going to bring. I heard they're bringing back Paul Walker. They're going to CGI him into another one.
Yes, apparently that's a thing.
But I guess his brother's actually going to play him, but they're going to put CGI over his face.
Yeah, apparently he already looks very much like him, so it won't be a lot to do it. But yeah, they're going to like CGI his actual face on, which is weird.
Some makeup would be enough. A makeup job,
you'd think. See, like I enjoyed the first one. I love the first one, but I didn't like it because of we're robbing trucks and like the high speed chases. Like I enjoyed the actual racing aspect.
In non-turbo 80 horsepower Civics, high speed chases.
Well, they're also running against fucking, semis that can't break like 65. So like
I couldn't, man. When you were a kid, you're like, man, they're going so fast. Go ahead.
Hold on. If you're going to get that technical about speed in cars, what do you feel about the DeLorean?
Oh, it's a sled.
Yeah, it doesn't go over 80 miles an hour.
That car's a sled in real life. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure that we're keeping the same energy when it comes to cars going fast. But Like I didn't care for that part. I enjoyed the actual street racing part and that community and that culture they were doing. I enjoyed that aspect. So when it went to Miami, I was like, all right, I can get behind it because I see what they're doing. It's a different state. They didn't try and do California again. Cool. But after that, when it started getting too much focused on the police side, and it was like it's no longer about the street racing. It's just becoming an action series. I was out. Now I enjoy like 4, 5, 6 for action movies. I don't like them as Fast and the Furious movies, but for a popcorn flick, I enjoy them. But they're not Fast and Furious. They just has Vin Diesel in it and Paul Walker.
And then The Rock.
Eventually,
You have The Rock, and then there's I don't even know which one it is. They're all just so terrible. But
do you not like The Rock?
they're all driving Chargers.
What's wrong with Charger?
And it's the whole premise as to why they're driving Chargers. They're like, we're going to drag this safe down the highway with Chargers. It's very believable. And The Rock's going to try to stop us, but he can't. But he's going to let us go.
Yeah, I mean, Chargers can tow, but they're not towing. Like, no, that's just not happening. No, that's what I'm saying. Like when it started getting to that over the top action bullshit, like it's not Fast and Furious anymore. Like the first one to me is the only actual Fast and Furious movie because even the second one started focusing too much on the undercover cop, that storyline, drug smuggle. Like I don't give a shit about that. I just want to see the street racing. That was the shit I enjoyed.
Yeah, it got I don't know, it got real stupid real quickly. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's just some of the sheer mechanics. I mean, now being older and seeing some of the things and being like, well, that could never happen. That car could never do that. That car didn't have that kind of power, so on and so forth. It's just kind of funny to look at nowadays being an adult, knowing what you know about some of the cars.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But that's also why I asked, about the Back to the Future because
yeah,
same thing. Well, that car couldn't fly. Well, no shit, but also its speedometer didn't go over 80 because they could not go over 80s. So, yeah,
he's not wrong. How many times? He's right though. How many times can you shift the car?
We get the downshift sometimes, right? Just to get that extra boost.
It was funny because they would downshift, but the car wasn't like it wouldn't make the downshift, like the RPMs wouldn't go up.
I understand. You guys are used to normal cars, right? You're not used to driving like an 18-wheeler has fucking like 32 gears.
But not a fucking 5-speed Civic. I mean, God, man, you'd swear that motherfucker had like 35 gears. I mean, like, damn, dude. And then the Eclipse, that had to be fake because I don't know for a fact in the Too Fast, Too Furious.
Right.
Wouldn't the Eclipse have been an automatic? Did they make a 5-speed convertible?
I don't know.
In that body style? Because when they got to that body style, Eclipses were done. People weren't racing that body style anymore.
Well, no, because they were bringing out the spiders and shit were hot. The Eclipse Spider.
Yeah, the Spider was hot, but the Spider, if I'm not mistaken, in that body style was an automatic all-wheel drive, not a 5-speed.
Apparently not an Eclipse, so it was a manual. It just doesn't need that. Maybe that it doesn't need 17 shifts. But that was one thing. Even enjoying
that Joe had was like that shitbox one that nobody wants.
But like even enjoying the first one as much as I did enjoy it, I still do. The street race scenes are fun to watch, but yeah, when you actually think about it, it's like it's a 3-second race, but you're watching it for like 2 minutes. It's only a quarter mile, guys. Like how fucking long do we actually have to watch people scream and yell and cars fall apart in 3 seconds?
And then like they're racing. And I'm like, you guys have been going for like 3 miles, right? and then he hits the nitrous after they've gone for I don't know how long. And then I love how the bottom of the car shoots out in the first movie.
Oh yeah, it just starts falling apart.
Yeah. I'm like, God damn it, dude! Like, how shitty is your car that it just flew apart?
Well, I
But
mean, it was built on a police budget, so like, what can you do?
yeah,
Like, so I mean, that's obviously a good one. Thanks for joining Spectrum, but the Power family was already said. You missed that one.
I feel like it's gonna
Unoriginal
come out more
bastard.
than once. There's so much
That's,
family going on here.
but I guess that's a good call.
I have more, but go ahead.
No. If you got another one, go for
I do.
it.
So
Did it.
where did Dom put his feet after Brian picked him up without a floorboard?
He just
Who
hung his
fucking
feet on the dash. Haven't you seen that's how people do it, Joe?
He took his feet off and he got comfortable. Took his feet off. Took his shoes off and he got comfortable.
He's fucking Frankenstein's monster now. Just takes his feet off.
Fuck. So a movie that I don't think I can't say this solidly, but I feel like if they'd done a better job, I'd feel differently about it. I really enjoyed the first Pacific Rim. I think
Okay.
when they did the second one, they were trying to hype too much, and I lost all respect for the fucking movie. It got so silly towards the end so quickly when the one guy, the doctor, basically turns evil. The guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I forget his name.
Danny DeVito?
No, goddamn it! In the first one,
Oh,
he's
Charlie. I can't think of the name, but yeah.
Yeah, but he played like in the first one. He plays one of the scientists who's trying to like mind meld with the kaiju
Right.
brain.
Was he? I think in Sunny. I think it's Charlie Day, or is that his actor name? I don't know.
I honestly I couldn't tell you one way or another.
Okay.
But he's in Horrible Bosses too. But he
I know the guy. Yeah.
yeah, he ends up in the second one. He's damn near like I don't know, like he's like damn near a superhero or human at the end where he can talk to the kaiju through his brain. Charlie Day.
Charlie Day, yeah.
So do you remember that or no?
I do. I tried to forget the second one. I did not enjoy the second one at all. So,
like the friends who somehow got together and built the shittiest what were they called? Oh shit. Jaeger?
Yeah, the Jaegers, the fucking robots.
They built like the tiniest shitbox Jaeger and somehow that thing helped fight the kaijus.
It's such a like a lot of these movies they have that aspect when it comes to robotics, like the low dogs always have, or the underdogs always have like a way of getting shit versions and trying to build it, and somehow it becomes better than like the mass-produced factory versions by the government. It's like, really, that's what we're doing? Like, I'm gonna build my own like Megazord, and then I'm gonna go against the Power Rangers, and I'm gonna beat their ass with my Megazord made out of like rotting bus corpses from the dump. Like, it's just
it's like the who was the fucking astronaut, the farmer that made a fucking rocket in his grain silo. The same thing.
It's crazy.
But yeah, it's one of those movies that I like giant mech movies, and so I really like Pacific Rim. I really like the kaiju. I like the story. I like what they did. And they could have left it for what it was, and I'd have been okay with it. But when they made a second, I was kind of excited. And then when I saw just how terrible it's the end, just how terrible the end was, that's what killed it. The last 45 minutes, I think, of the movie, from what I remember.
That's fair. Then that's not a bad go. So like one that when I thought about it, I tried to keep my thoughts away from horror, right? Because horror movies, when they do second, they're usually just trying to really outdo the first and like over the top gore, just trying to wow factor. So I tried to keep those out of my thoughts. But I started thinking about just movies in general. So there's a lot that I feel like the second one kind of ruins it. Just to get one out of the way, because it is horror though, and I think every movie after it kind of fucked up everything. Because I enjoyed the first one, would have been like the Final Destinations.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. I enjoyed the first one, but everything after that, I'm like, this is just stupid. you're either redoing or you're just going over top with the gore factor, right? Like I said, I tried to get away from the horse thing. I just because that one's just on my mind. Like I have to say that one. Fuck them. But when it comes to actual movies that aren't horror, Austin Powers. I enjoy the shit out of the first Austin Powers movie. First Austin Powers, I fucking love it.
That is like not what I thought you were gonna put out there.
I can't stand Austin Powers 2, 3, whatever the fuck they did. Like,
wow.
It just kind of they literally like ruined the first one for me. Like I can't do it at all.
That's fantastic. Of all things you could have come up with, that is not what I thought you were gonna spit out. Wow.
Were you a fan of the second Austin Powers?
We got to touch on that, but real quick, I have seen Robot Jocks. It is a good movie. Real Steel Can Kiss the Lower Part of My Anus. And Jeepers Creepers.
Huh. What's Robot Jocks?
It's an old, like, late 80s, I think it was, robot movie, like a giant mech movie.
Okay. Real Steel, that's the one with Wolverine as a boxer, right?
Yeah. Hugh Jackman, yeah. I'm like, Wolverine's a boxer.
Yes, so that one.
Yeah, so Final Destination, I try not to, but for me that's one of those movies that like I will equate to Saw.
That's another one I would say for horror. Like
you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Yep. And the first one, like the first Saw, you had the twist. You're like, oh shit, twist. After that, who gives a fuck?
So Austin Powers. There's entertainment value in all three of them. Did we need all three? No. It was strictly because the first one did so well.
Absolutely.
They capitalized on the franchise and said, we can continue to make these spoof James Bond movies, because I think at the time, and I could be completely wrong, when that movie came out, I want to say there was a latest James Bond movie or Mission Impossible movies that were being made at the time.
Yeah.
So that was their time. If they were going to do it, that would have been the time to capitalize and make those movies.
Because obviously, unlike, say, like Hot Shots Part 2, right? Or the Hot Shots movie, where it's a parody of it, Austin Powers was a parody of those spy movies, but they weren't like a scary movie type parody. It wasn't just like a blatant, oh, this is a parody. Like they actually tried to make a franchise, something, a character who was a parody, but it wasn't like a parody movie of it. You know what I mean?
Sure. No, I get the difference. They were just trying to make a funny spy movie.
Yes. People in the chat confusing me. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, of course he boxed in that movie. Oh, he did box the Blob in Wolverine Origins.
The American version of The Ring. I like that movie.
That's the first.
It's not a great movie, but I like it.
The first time I saw The Ring, when they off topic because fuck it, they brought it up. But the first time I saw The Ring, when they showed the first girl dead, like in the closet,
yeah,
that visual fucked my head up. Like I didn't get scared of it, but like I was uncomfortable. I'm like, dude, that's fucking like. I was not ready for that. Like I was ready for somebody dead. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I wasn't ready for that.
Are you okay? Are you thinking about The Ring? You're thinking of The Grudge.
No, The Ring. Hold on. Am I thinking about The Grudge?
Yeah. The Grudge is the one where the girl's like.
No, I'm talking about the dead girl who was like the first victim.
In The Ring or The Grudge?
I think it was The Ring.
Let me look.
Because they watched the video 7 days, and then like somebody, I don't know, mother or whatever, goes to find the daughter. She's sitting there, and she like turns her around, and like her face is all like grotesque and contorted and shit, and like
hold on.
Yeah, don't play it.
I'm not gonna play it.
I don't want nightmares. I want to get flagged.
Oh, you don't want to see her face? You mean?
No, I don't want to get flagged for like copyright bullshit. But the victim, Joe's saying it's The Grudge. I could have sworn.
No, we're both right because there's a very similar scene in the other movie. You talking about her?
Yes.
Okay. So the one in The Grudge it's not a little girl. Well, it is a girl at some point, I guess, but it's the wife and the son in The Grudge.
That are the villains? Yes.
Yeah, well, I say villains, but aren't they tortured souls from the husband?
Yes. Something like that, yeah.
Like he killed them or drowned them or something. He drowned the child, I thought, or whatever.
Yeah, because over there, the ghosts and demons are different things than what we have over here.
Yeah, they're actually scary over there.
I mean,
all of our demons and dead people have like learning disabilities and shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, have you met most of the people here who they come from? Like, yeah.
Even the damn ghosts are smarter overseas.
But she's okay. Yeah, off the Grudge. Thanks for ring, fuckers. So like I think a lot of the ones I could think of where I think the second one doesn't do justice and like kind of ruins everything. It's usually a lot of comedies because they try and get off the how good the original did, and they just try to go over the top with the same comedy, and some of them go directly to DVD because they're trash.
Yeah.
So like, wasn't there a Mask 2 that was horrible? Like,
I didn't like the first Mask.
I mean, the first Mask was bad, but like, first off, if you don't like the first Mask, you're kind of weird because it was fun. But I'm not going to judge you for that.
So would it be right up there? And you can stop me, but this is going to be unpopular. We didn't need a second Dumb and Dumber.
We did not, or a third.
There's a third.
Well, yeah, they have Dumb and Dumber, then Dumb and Dumber 2, or Dumb and Dumberer. But then they have like the third one where it's actually Jim Carrey again, because like the second one is not Jim Carrey, and fuck, I can't think of that other actor's name right now. It's
really?
like them as younger. It's like a prequel. They're young.
That doesn't sound right.
Jeff Bridges, right? Is it Jeff Bridges? I feel like it's Jeff Bridges.
Hold on.
Yeah, there's Dumb and Dumber. I think Dumb and Dumber 2 and Dumb and Dumberer.
Yeah, it's Jim Carrey in all three of them.
No, Jim Carrey's not in the second one. It's like a fucking 20-year-old kid.
All right, I don't. No.
Yes.
I thought I watched it. I watched Dumb and Dumber. What's the one where he's in the wheelchair in the beginning? What's the one where he's in the wheelchair in the beginning? That's the second one, right?
That was the second one with Jim Carrey. But the actual second Dumb and Dumber movie is them as like a prequel to like them meeting.
Okay, I don't know. I guess I didn't see it, so that tells you how good it was.
For good reason, because it was bad.
I didn't feel like we needed anything past the first one.
No, absolutely not. We did not. Or Jeff Daniels, not Jeff Bridges. Thank you. See, they're not in the second one. It's two young kids.
Oh, well then that's not the same. Okay, not the same movie, but all right.
Well, I mean, it's like a prequel, but yeah, like, that's. Yeah, no, they didn't need to do the second one or the third one. That had like no. But I do, even though I don't like the movie, I do kind of wish they did another Napoleon Dynamite.
I don't. So I enjoyed Napoleon Dynamite. Looking back, it's just one of those movies that is so stupid it's good.
Yeah, I feel like they could have gotten enough more stupid shit to make it, not to like overdo it, but like just I feel like that kid's life is so shitty that there could have been more dumb shit to happen.
I could see that. I don't know. I think a second movie would just flop though. I think even if they had done it like pretty recently after that one, because he's aged now, right? So
right, yeah.
If they were to go back and do it again with him, he looks like crap, and he aged pretty quickly. He was in a movie called was it Beer League? I think right afterwards, or Benchwarmers or some shit. He's like he's in another movie almost directly after that, and he looks, unless they make up the crap out of him for Napoleon Dynamite, he aged pretty quick. Like within the next couple of years after that, he was looking pretty rough. Unless he's an alcoholic.
But didn't he try and scam people?
I don't know.
I feel like he tried to scam people with like, I don't know, bringing Pogs back or bringing something or like something with NFTs. Like he was up to something.
Pogs.
I think him and
I said Pogs of all things.
I think it was like digital Pog. I could be wrong, but he was trying to bring something back, and it was turned out to be like a whole scam. Oh, here's an unpopular one, and I know people will disagree. I don't think they need to do any more diehards.
Oh, we could have stopped in the first one. I would have been fine with that.
Yeah, one Die Hard. I don't need to see any more of John McClane. As much as you might enjoy him as action movies, no, I'm good.
Well,
Trash.
So, again, it's one of those things where they do such a good job of telling the story in one movie. Why do you need another? Why does there need to be another movie other than it's like we're back? You know, it's more action. You know, more John McClane. You know, more villains. His wife's captured again. Like, oh my god! Like, give it up, man. Like, we don't need
it. Like Mario. How many fucking times do you lose the peach before you say "fuck that bitch"? Like, let her go. Jesus.
Was it so? I might be completely wrong, and I can't remember for the life of me. Wasn't the second Die Hard same thing, Christmas time?
Yeah, it was also in Christmas time.
Yeah, and was it in a skyscraper again? I can't remember.
I don't remember that part, but I remember it. Was it the second one or was it the third one that was fucking Hans Gruber's like brother? Like it was the brother of the villain in the first one.
I am Franz, and that was my brother Hans.
Like,
that was a bad accent.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't good. But yeah, no,
it's not one of my better ones.
There's a lot of fucking movies though that really just didn't need sequels, man. And I understand the studios want a franchise, they want to build and get as much as they can, but like, just let it go. Especially if you have a director who does the first one and the director's like, we don't want a second one. We're good. Like, I want to end it here. Just let it end. Find something else new. Apparently, the second Die Hard was in the airport. So then the third one, okay.
So that happened with, if you're not familiar with Smoking the Bandit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, so, I definitely. Hold on. Hold on. So Gustavo says the second was in the airport and the third had the brother. I thought he was referring to Samuel L. Jackson. I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. Like,
oh, shit.
Like, what the fuck, bro? My bad. Yeah, okay.
The third Die Hard had the brother in it. Well, so did the first one. He was the telecommunications guy. The police have an RV.
So what were you saying?
Wow. So, shit. What was I about to say? Damn it.
I don't know. Speed didn't need a second movie. Could have left Speed 2 somewhere else.
Yeah, Speed 2, Speedier.
Cruise Control? Where they're on a fucking cruise ship?
God. I guess so well, I guess you needed them, I guess. I was gonna say Lethal Weapon movies, but Lethal Weapon 2, 3, like they were good, like Joe Pesci.
Yep.
Joe Pesci was good in it. And then they had, who the hell was in the third one? Joe Pesci was in both, I guess. The second.
He was in the second and third, yeah.
And they were good movies. Huh?
And the fourth.
I don't remember the fourth one. Which Jet Li was in the third, right? Was he the second?
No.
Jet Li was in the movie.
Lethal Weapon.
Yes. Because he beats the shit out of Mel Gibson.
Sure, it's not number 4. And with Chris Rock.
No.
Yes.
I don't.
He's got blonde hair. Was that Jet Li with blonde hair?
No.
Jet Li was not in fucking 1, 2, or 3.
He was in number 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't have blonde hair though. He had black hair.
Did he?
Yeah.
I might be thinking Rush Hour.
Yeah, Danny Glover, Chris Rock, and Joe Pesci, they were all in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jet Li beats the shit out of Mel Gibson. That's what was cool about the movie.
So like
he was young in it, dude.
I think the reason like those, and then you got other movies where sequels are successful, is because you could take that movie and enjoy it on its own. You don't have to watch the first one to enjoy the second, third, right? Like
Right.
you could just enjoy it. But where they try and do a second movie where they try and rely and put all the weight on the first one, I think that's where they also start getting a big issue when it comes to the sequels. Because like the first one did what it's supposed to do. There's no point in trying to stack on top of it.
Oh, I was talking about Smokey and the Bandit. That's what it was.
Oh shit.
So it just popped in my head because we're talking about, but there's those movies that they were standalones. They don't need support from a further franchise. And Smokey and the Bandit was definitely one of those movies where the first movie was cut and dry. It was supposed to be, is he going to be able to, they're going to not get caught by the cops, and are they going to be able to win the bet, in whatever hours, for the beer or whatever, some shit. And they do. And that's it. And that's the movie. And it was a good closure to the movie. And it was funny. And that's great. And then they do the second one. And it's like, oh, God. First of all, Burt Reynolds has the worst writing in the second one. They're smuggling. They're bringing a damn elephant with Dom DeLuise. And Dom DeLuise.
Fucking sense.
Oh my God, dude. And Dom DeLuise was playing a doctor. Like the whole thing was so stupid. And then Trigger wasn't even a freaking V8 Trans Am anymore. He was a freaking V6 or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then they made the third one where it was, and I forget what his name is, but I always want to see Jackie Gleason, and it's not, because that's Buford T. Justice. But the guy who plays Snowman in the third one, he's gonna stand in for the bandit, and he's in like an 80-something, or maybe a 90 or 80 something, like an 82 or 83 or whatever, Firebird or Trans Am, whatever it's supposed to be. Looks like Knight Rider. So I don't know what year that was, but
it did. It did look like Knight Rider.
Oh, such terrible movies, man. We didn't need them. They were just trying to capitalize on a franchise that was, the first movie will always be the most iconic and the most popular.
Yeah, because it's like I said, because they write the first movie. Most of the time, they write them not with the thought of, oh, we're going to do a 2, 3, and 4, right? Because if they're writing the first one with the thought of a 2 and 3, then you can tell in the story it progresses, right? Back to the Future. Those were written 1, 2, 3, and they're filmed 1, 2, like right behind each other. So
you knew that was going to happen. There was too many loose ends.
Right, but I'm just saying, like they filmed it like that. Like as soon as they filmed 1 and 2 like at the same time. Like as soon as they're done with 1, they filmed 2. Right? There was no age difference in Marty because it was like the next day of shooting, we're doing 2 now, type of thing. So when they do it like that, it's different. Yeah, most of these franchises, they're like, oh, they do a movie. It's like, all right, it's good. It was written like that to be a one-off movie. Now you're trying to force a second one. Now you have to go to the drawing board and try and make this make sense, and it fucks up the flow. Like some great movies just don't need sequels. Like Howard the Duck doesn't need a sequel. Like just don't need it.
It's just a one-off movie that is fine being a one-off movie. It does enough by itself. I mean, there's plenty of like, I'm trying to think of the 80s movies that are like that. I was trying to think, like there was a movie and then the second movie was a totally different cast and they were trying to have the same. Oh, like Revenge of the Nerds, I think.
Oh yeah, and like Porky's 2. Like
yeah, like you have the first movie with a certain cast and then you do the second movie and it's a whole new cast and the movie's terrible.
And they can bring back like one character or one actor who was the same, and all the other characters are recasted.
Yes,
it's like if the original team doesn't want back in, just move on. Just move on.
Right. There's something that should tell you that it's not. Listen, it's a wrong franchise to use this on, but because their remakes are, I guess the saving grace is remakes, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the second movie's fucking atrocious. It's an abomination of Christ. And then the remakes are fine. Like they're good for their own movie. If you take it for what that movie is, it's fine because they're not trying to be in any kind of order. It's just a new adaptation of Leatherface, as opposed to the original franchise where you have the first one, then you have the second one that's just way off the wall. Then you have the third one. He's got a chrome chainsaw. Like stuff just got real stupid real quick. More campy than anything.
I mean, and you see that a lot. Horror is notorious for it. But yeah, because like if you're sitting there and you're enjoying the movie, and then you know the second one, they're just gonna try and, like I said, they're gonna try and go above and beyond and what made it. But like, I think part of the issue, like I said before, unless the first one is written with 2 and 3 in mind, where it's just a continuing story and it's filmed that way, they need to stop just trying to connect the movies. Let it just be another story. Like, we don't need to have part 2 be a continuation of the story from part 1. You know what I mean?
So like
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it could happen 10 years later. It doesn't need to be any of the same family of anybody from the first one who died coming looking for a sibling. Like, don't need any of that. Just more random assholes show up at this guy's house and they get killed, right? Like, you don't need to have anything tying the movies together aside from the main character.
So how did it tie? I'm thinking of Gremlins now.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to think the beginning of Gremlins 2. They're trying to tear down the old man's shop, right? To build a skyscraper or some shit there. They're trying to tear everything down. And somehow, so how does Gizmo end up back with Billy again? I run New York of all places. But Gizmo shows up back in New York or some shit. So they must have lived. Maybe they didn't live in the city.
He sent them back to Billy, but I don't remember why.
Where did they live? What was the what the hell was that town called?
Oh, I always thought it was a fake town.
Well, it's the same town from Back to the Future.
Is it?
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same set. What the hell is it?
Okay.
Where does Gremlins take place? Kingston Falls, Pennsylvania.
Okay. I always thought it was just a fake town for the movie, but okay.
Well, how far is that from? How does Gizmo find Billy in Gremlins 2? Let's see.
They found him and donated him to the. And then Billy found him in the genetics lab. Bro,
yeah.
That's one of those movies that I remember so much from it, but like in the beginning, until the shit starts going haywire, like before that, I don't remember a lot of Gremlins 2. It's all once the Gremlins show up, everything I remember about Gremlins 2.
Yeah, I was just trying to think how that freaking worked, dude.
What?
I was just trying to. I don't know why it was popping in my head, but anyway, because I was trying to think of sequels, and like you were talking about how like they don't sometimes pick up where the other movie left off, so on and so forth. Well, this Gremlins 2 obviously did because he in the end of Gremlins, he says goodbye to Billy, and the old man puts him in the thing and takes him away, and you assume he's just taking him back to where he lives, which he did.
Right. But like Gremlins 2, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. You didn't need Billy in Gremlins 2.
So who would Gizmo have gone to?
It could have just been anybody who works there, who is an animal activist, who saw it and wanted to protect it, right? Like, he's cute as fuck. So somebody walking by, seeing it, like, oh, look. You know what I mean? Like, they had to write a reason why, but, like, Billy isn't, like, an essential thing for, like, you could have done Gremlins 2 without Billy.
I don't know that you would have had a character that would have had the same intimacy and knowledge, other than Mr. Fritter, whatever their
Right.
names. Yeah. Um, but then you would have to have a way to tie him to have to come to the city to see somebody, and the only reason they came to the city was to see Billy, right? So it's almost like their scenes were unnecessary because the only thing they were there for was for the gremlin that's a gargoyle.
Yeah, to attack him. There was no reason for him to be there either.
Right. So, but Billy, I feel like had to be there because you had to have somebody who had intimate knowledge of the gremlins. Because at the end, how would he have known that they're all getting wet? Let's get him in the lobby, get him wet, and shoot him with electricity.
Well, no, because like Joe just said, like the way that it was that he was donated to the genetics lab. They would have just been running fucking genetics tests on it and fucking figured this shit out themselves.
I think that's too far into it. They had to keep it family. So it's still Gremlins is still very much a family style horror.
Oh yeah, no, it's a family horror comedy.
Yeah,
at least especially the second one. The first one gets kind of dark, but I don't think Billy was a necessity for the movie though. I don't like. I'm not against him being there. I just think you could have done it. Gizmo's in the lab, and then bam, they fucking drop water on him. Oh shit, he's reproducing, and then they don't know not to feed him after midnight, so they fucking feed him after midnight. Now you got gremlins, and all hell breaks loose. Like it kind of just happens.
So I bet there's a fan theory somewhere. Don't OCP and Clamp Industries share the image? Share their thing?
Who?
OCP, RoboCop,
right,
and Clamp Enterprises, which is where is the building that gets taken over by the Gremlins in Gremlins 2.
Do they share a logo?
I feel like they have the same damn logo, and that just popped in my head as we were sitting here talking about it, and I'm like, don't they share the logo?
No, is that going to be like just like a reuse thing? By chance, just like how in They Live they use the PKE meter from Ghostbusters.
Maybe. So it's not the same, but I guess it's the idea. I don't know. Maybe I'm correlating two things that don't correlate, but
no, correlate away.
But I do feel like Billy was a critical character. It's not like, at least for me, it's not like Critters, right? So Critters 1.
You don't need anybody from the first movie in Critters 2.
You don't need anybody in any of the movies for Critters. It's just critters. They just come to the planet, they fuck everything up, and that's it.
Same thing with Tremors. You don't need anybody from the original Tremors. Now, granted, Burt is fun, right? But he's like, you don't need anybody. You just have him in another part of America. Here's more of these fucking things and another story.
Is that sandworm looking fucking thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't remember. I maybe saw Tremors once.
Oh man, great movie.
Yeah, I think I've seen
Kevin Bacon.
Once. Yeah, 10 Steps to Kevin Bacon.
Breakout role. But they did 2, 3, 4, 5 of that. Like they started. They got legs in the second one, and they got smaller. And then the third one, they grew wings and could fly. They called them ass blasters in the third one because they blasted Kim like out their ass for propulsion.
Wow, I have not seen that movie, and I'm okay with that.
In the fourth one, I think it's either fourth or fifth. Eventually, like they wind up in like the Arctic in snow and ice. So
some wild shit, dude.
Tremors, man. Fucking love Tremors.
Damn. So how about, I don't know. Maybe it's again because of popularity of a franchise. What about Mortal Kombat?
I mean, the first movie wasn't even good, so yeah. Well,
it wasn't good, but would you agree?
The remake from 2021 was good, but the original from like 1995, that shit was not good.
Okay, but think about it like this, right? Think about 1995. You're a kid in 1995, so
it was amazing. It was fucking awesome.
yeah, I'm 14 years old and I'm watching Mortal Kombat on the big screen. And it was everything you wanted where, even at the end, hold on. All right, Psycho. So he should have just been, no. At the end, Liu Kang does like the fireball,
Right.
which was cool. And then you got to see Scorpion do the, get over here, and
That was
you got
cool.
to see him rip off his face and do the fire. That's all stuff that as a kid I wanted to see in the movie. But then the second one came out, and that shit was hot garbage. That was like shit on soup day. It was so bad. Like
soup day.
All of it was just so fucking terrible. Like Jax, with his arms, and then the Sonya wasn't the same Sonya. She was like some middle-aged mom, like playing Sonya now. And then you had Tina Turner lookalike playing Cinder, whatever her name was.
Oh, Syndrome, yeah.
Syndrome, whatever. And then you had, Katana was down for Liu Kang, but she looked like she couldn't fight her way out of a sack if it was wet. And I don't know. Everything about the second movie just irks me so bad.
I mean, even the first one, like I remember as a kid, I enjoyed it, but even then, I questioned why there wasn't more Mortal Kombat.
Like more movies?
No. In the first movie, like you saw fights, but I would wonder, like, for the game being fighting, that's the game. Especially then, there wasn't like this huge story to it, right? It was you're fighting. I wanted to see more fighting, more of the battles, right? Which what they showed were great. Like you said, you get to see Scorpion do the get over here thing and all that. But like Liu Kang getting the fireball at the end, like even as a kid, I wanted to I remember sitting there in the movie watching it, like, why doesn't he just use his goddamn fireball? Like, you have that ability. But they do the whole, he has to learn to use this. Like, no, just give me them in their prime. I want to watch that. Like, give me them and throw them in with Bloodsport. And like, just let me see fights like that. I've been very happy. I mean, Bloodsport was like just Mortal Kombat before Mortal Kombat, but
I wonder if they gave you what they gave you because they wanted you to have more backstory. Because when you're a kid and you're playing the game, you didn't give a shit other than fighters are going to the Netherrealm to fight bad guys, right?
No, they have to. I understand for a movie they have to, right? Because they're not just going to give you an hour and a half of people beating the shit out of each other without actually having a story to make you invested. And for those who don't play the game, to somewhat understand what the hell is going on, right?
Sure.
Like, I get it. I just always want to see more of the battles, like, because I think the battles can be really, really badass. But the second one was, like I said, complete trash. But do you remember, like, not 5, probably like 7 or 8 years ago, they did a bunch of like shorts, like 10, 15-minute long episodes, all these different stories of Mortal Kombat. I think they're all on YouTube.
No, but I'm sure I could, for my own frame of reference. I don't think I know what you're talking about. Well, let's see.
It was like 7 or 8 years ago that came out. It was all on YouTube. Like Scorpion and Sub-Zero, like their story was at the same time, but then like you had a different story with Sonya and Jax or whatever, and like it took place in a different. It seemed like it took place in a different era. Like
you talk about Mortal Kombat Legacy.
Thank you for interrupting. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Kisses. But yeah, so like each short was just like about a different character, and some of them overlap with other ones. But like the Sub-Zero and Scorpion ones seem to take place like in the past, whereas the Sonya one was more current. But they were really good though. Like all the shorts, I really enjoyed those.
Yeah, there's a couple on here. Couple short films. I'd have to jump on there and look, but yeah, there's a couple on here.
Yeah, like I said, it was called Legacy. So
Yeah, you could watch them all on HBO Max because I was thinking about watching them again, but I did not.
You mean Legacy of War?
No, it's just called Mortal Kombat Legacy. You can buy the whole collection on Apple for $10 right now.
I'm not buying anything. That's crazy talk.
If you go to the library, you can probably get it for free.
You already know that Tony doesn't know what a library is.
It's cute. You can log off.
I could. You're right.
But so Psycho, thank you for joining us.
Whatever this video was 10 months ago. This is all very CGI, so it's not that.
No.
Or AI, I should say.
Wasn't the first Legacy short the Baraka one?
I don't remember which ones the first ones were. I watched them out of order.
Because I remember
Barack Obama?
Oh, man, I get headaches sometimes.
But yet you had the audacity to tell me that I could log off.
But so Psycho, thank you for joining us. I don't know how much longer we'll be going, but the topic this evening was, well, whatever, but we've been discussing movies whose sequels shouldn't have been made. Like the sequel kind of just ruined even the first movie, ruined the franchise for you, whatever. Just like it didn't need to be a thing.
Like Turtles 3 and Beverly Hills Cop 3.
No, I'm talking like the first movie, you're good. The second one, trash. You don't need that. I mean, Turtles 3 would be a great example if that was actually Turtles 2. Then that'd be a perfect example.
I mean, Turtles 3 was bad enough to kill the franchise from movies for a good, 14 years.
Right, but the fact that it had a successful sequel neglects it from this conversation. So, we were already discussing, Die Hard didn't need a second one. Didn't need it.
I mean, while Die Hard 2 is the weakest of the franchise, it definitely was not bad.
But didn't need it. That's the whole point. It didn't need it. Die Hard could have been by itself, didn't need another one. So that's what we're discussing.
So I guess Alien, you didn't need any of the Alien sequels after that.
No, you needed Aliens because it was fucking amazing.
No, you didn't.
You did.
Well, no, because I just said that Die Hard 2 wasn't bad. It wasn't as good as the first, but it wasn't bad. You're like, yeah, but you didn't need it. Well, in that case, you don't need any sequel.
Okay, right? Now you're getting too fucking technical. I'm just going to mute you.
So you can. So I think with Alien and Aliens, I think that's more. It's more broad. So it's an alien. So when she lets it out in the first movie, right? She opens the airlock or whatever, and sucks it out into space. I mean that could have been.
It could have been right there. You didn't have to. They didn't even leave it open for a potential second one, right? That was it. End of movie.
It could have been, but I mean, it's a species, so it's not like it was the last alien. You know what I mean? We didn't know that would be the last one or anything. So it's okay. So I'm not trying to oversimplify it, but I would have had no problem. So when Aliens came out, to me, it would make sense. It's okay, these things inhabit planets, and so yeah, we're here and we're seeing them again, and here they are. It's like Jaws, I really like Jaws 2, hated 3 and 4, but we didn't need Jaws 2 because in the first one he blew up. So how is it we have another giant shark in Jaws 2, which if I'm not mistaken, they show him he's got Bruce, the shark has scars and shit from Jaws 1. It's well, you blew up in Jaws 1. So you can't be in Jaws 2. We're just supposed to all swallow the fact that he's not dead.
That was the son of Jaws. He just scarred himself in honor of his father. That's all.
Right. The blood stays on the blade. So yeah, he gangs in New York that shit for sharks. But yeah. So then 3 and 4, it's all trash. 4 is the mama shark, and I think 3 is whatever. I don't fucking know. But we could have done without Jaws 2 and 3 and 4 or whatever. The franchise just was very popular with the first one, so they took off with it. But they could have left it with the first one. The shark exploded. The movie's done. The story's done. There's no reason to keep going with it. But did it anyway because finances.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and they did explain it. It wasn't the same shark. It was explained in the novelization, but then
We're not talking about novelizations. We're talking about
no,
movies.
I understand that, but then they said that was exactly what they took it from. But the Jaws 2 novelization explains that the shark in Jaws 2 is the mate of the shark from Jaws 1, which is why it's after the people. And the people who made the second movie said that that's exactly what it was. It's just the scene for that was cut out. That explanation, it was left in the book, but it was cut out of the film.
But then it doesn't make sense why it's got scarring, the same scarring that would have been from the first one. That doesn't then make sense. But it doesn't make sense that it would be back alive either. But Die Hard 2 also just isn't good. But so that's besides the point. But that's what we're discussing. The movies that are like second one, it was not needed, and like I said, potentially ruined even your enjoyment of the first.
Yeah, like the second Ghostbusters, you knew that was going to happen because they're ghosts, right? They don't have to close anything. It's not like, they got rid of Zool and it's like now every ghost in the world is gone, right? They're going to come back. They're going to show up again. They're ghosts. It's just a thing. So you knew when they made the second one, they can just keep going with that as long as they really wanted to, as long as there were more ghosts to fight.
You mean
it's not something that was a one and done like so many other movies. Like once something dies, it dies. Shouldn't be coming back in a second movie.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Your man got real blue real quick.
I was reading something that Gustavo said.
Oh.
He was asking which is worse, a bad second movie or a bad remake of a movie. Personally, I think a bad second movie is worse because I don't give a shit about a remake. It could be a bad remake. A bad remake won't make me not enjoy the originals because it's a remake. But if you're watching a movie and you enjoy the shit out of it, you watch the second, like an actual second movie for that, and it's fucking horrible. To me, that can ruin how I feel about the first one. Because it's the same story. It's the same what they're doing. Like, you guys just fucking destroyed it. Like, could you imagine if you watch, like, the first, I guess it's technically number 4 of Star Wars. Like, you watched that first fucking Star Wars movie that came out in the 70s, but then the second one has, like, Jar Jar Binks. You'd be like, all right, fuck this franchise. We're good. Right? Like,
your timeline's way off, though, right?
Like, yeah, that's fine.
I'm curious then, what is your definition of a movie sequel that absolutely needed to be made?
So the only ones that I feel that you could say absolutely needed to be made would be ones where they were written to be made. Like the original one was written for the sequel treatment. And the best example, we discussed it a little bit ago, it came up, would be Back to the Future 2. Right? It was written, their first one, they were all written at the same time, filmed at the same time for that purpose. Where I feel like after watching it, this had to come because it felt like just the right continuation of the story. Versus like it was a shoehorn continuation of a story.
So would you say the same thing? Like I'm not a fan, but just what I know and what I've seen, right? Would you say the same for Star Wars? Because those movies, and I'm not saying the 1, 2, and 3. I'm talking about 4, 5, and 6, right? The early ones.
Yes.
So like as you watch them, they were all progressive. Like it told more of the story. So like you had to watch the next one. It wasn't just like wasn't a one and done.
Because George Lucas wrote the stories together. The first 3 that came out, he had written them together as one movie that he cut into pieces.
Is this thing on?
Yeah. But I mean, you. So, for instance, you mentioned Back to the Future, and my issue with that is the Back to the Future movies were not filmed together.
Okay.
The first Back to the Future movie came out in 1985. The second one didn't come out until 1989.
Okay.
Like they're 4 years between them.
Sure. I've always been, for all the things I've ever read, that they were filmed at the same fucking time.
The second and third movie were filmed at the same time. The first movie was filmed in 1985. The second movie didn't start being filmed until 1989.
All right, well,
And
my
the
bad.
second and third were filmed together.
I could have sworn the first and second one were filmed together. They just released them apart.
Back to the Future?
Yeah. I could have sworn they were. But hey, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm not a professional on Back to the Future, so that's fine.
Well, no, I'm just like I said, I'm just trying to nail down what it actually
Well,
is.
no, you're also using a lot of like technicalities. You're trying to like be argumentative. So it's fine. I enjoy it, so we can bring it.
I'm not
But-
trying to be argumentative. It's just I'm trying to understand the premise because at first you said movie.
It's a bullshit conversation. You're taking it too far. You're thinking too much.
No, I'm not. I'm trying
Bro.
to understand.
I need to drink. Like I need to drink to finish this.
You
I'm
said,
just gonna drink straight from the bottle. We good?
yeah,
Like-
you said movies that didn't need to be made because they could ruin the first one. And so then you're like Die Hard, but Die Hard 2 wasn't bad.
Yeah,
was.
don't
was
do it.
fucking horrible. Let go of it, John.
Did it need to be made?
John,
Probably not.
you're John, bro. You're seriously taking the conversation and you're trying to get too technical with it. Like, relax. Like, no. Jesus Christ, no. Holy fuck. So, but to answer Tony's question, yes, Star Wars, I agree. I can even say I would agree with like a lot of the recent Marvel movies, even though the stories weren't necessarily written like at the same time, but they're all based on comic books where the stories have already been kind of outlined and the story's kind of going, right? So I can see where those you kind of have to continue that story because the way they write, they put so much in them that watch like, yo, there's more to this that they're not telling us. We have to see the rest of this, Star Wars is like that.
We did not need the second Black Panther movie.
Wow.
Did we
Tell
need
us
the
how you
first
really
one?
feel about minorities?
Yeah, no, the
Jesus.
first Black Panther movie was great. The second Black Panther movie, because they didn't want to recast T'Challa, out of respect for Chadwick Boseman, who was an amazing actor, right? Like, the movie was not what it could have been. I don't think they
Okay.
needed to make a second Black Panther movie because the first one fed right into the Avengers movies where T'Challa had a full arc, right? Like there was a full arc for that character. And then you make a sequel based on a character that no longer exists. And I understand they're trying to show that everybody's grieving in the film, but in my opinion, it did not work out that way.
I mean, Black Panther was basically the sequel to Forrest Gump, right? Because they were
No,
in
it
that
was, just,
movie
it
too.
was just Lion King.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, no problem. I can't say anything Black Panther because I saw the second one. I did not like it, but I can't remember details about it to be able to disagree on that. So maybe, but in true psycho fashion, he like picks the one when I say, "Oh, Marvel movies. Oh, not fucking Black Panther. That one didn't either." Okay, yes, you're right. One out of a lot of the Marvel movies that are examples. Yes, great. Thank you for that. Man,
No,
this cast was so good before.
I don't
we
think
got
I know the character well enough to
Did we,
talk about
did
it.
we need Doctor Strange too?
Was that the one with Scarlet Witch?
Yep.
We didn't need it, but it was fun.
I mean, I could do it with a lot of movies.
Oh,
I was just suggesting Black Panther is the most obvious because you lost the actor and then the character. So you made a film about a character who doesn't exist anymore. So
well,
Hmm.
okay. So, oh look, now they're sure. Yeah, CJ. John doesn't like black movies, so get on him for
I
that.
didn't say that at
Um,
all.
You just said you don't like Black Panther 2. You didn't say so. Like, I'm just saying.
Excuse me, I didn't like Panther 2. Do you feel better? Like, what do you want me to say?
This ain't about me. It's not my feelings.
I didn't say anything about.
I'm not the
minority
one threatening you with
That was
bodily
you.
harm right now.
That was you, right? I just simply said making a film about a character who doesn't exist anymore seems very redundant. And your whole topic was movies that didn't need
Wait.
to exist.
Wait, I have a
Well,
question.
actually, the topic was movies where the second one were bad. It ruined the first one for you.
Did the Black Panther die in the first movie?
No. Unfortunately, Chadwick Boseman died.
Jesus
in real
Christ!
life.
Unfortunately, he didn't die. That's
No. So
No,
so
I said unfortunately he died in real life.
okay. So the care as I'm getting there, the actual person who played him died.
Yes.
So when they made the second movie,
he's dead.
so they just wrote him into the script as dead in the second movie.
Yeah, he died.
Then why
before
not
the
just
second movie.
not make the second fucking movie?
That's what I was saying.
Because they had his sister take the throne as Black Panther.
Mantle, yes.
That's
But
stupid.
again, like if they had left it at a point where
They should have just called it Wakanda and moved on. I got you.
If they had left it at a point where the story needed to be finished, I could see making it. But you had Chadwick Boseman in Captain America: Civil War. You had him in Black Panther. Then you had him in Avengers: Infinity War and in Avengers: Endgame. And the arc of the character was done.
So, Psycho, was it bad and did it ruin the first one for you?
Was it bad? I would probably say it was unnecessary.
Did it ruin the first one for you? Okay, so no, because if it did, you've been like, "Fuck yes, it did."
No, I don't. I mean, I don't think that it did. No.
Okay,
I mean, it detracted from it, but
so then that's not it then. Because I mean, I don't think it detracted from it. But if that's how you feel, then I'll that's fine. That's your own personal opinion. But remember, Che might kill you next time he sees you for saying those things.
So what about? Okay, so shifting gears. This is probably a stupid way to bring up, but I'll do it anyway because it's fun, huh?
I said that's an all right show, but okay, continue.
So the Michael Bay Transformers franchise.
Ugh.
So, is it? And it's my opinion, right? As the movies progressed, I think they got worse and worse.
I can agree with that.
Most do.
Is it due to the redundancy of the heroism of Optimus Prime, right? Or is it just the ridiculousness of the Michael Bay, the way they do things?
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I think the issue for me about the movies, like, I still find them entertaining, but I think narratively they got weaker and weaker to the point where it was just absurdity. There, like, nothing that was happening could even be considered remotely plausible, right? And so for me, it was the lack of a narrative direction, right? Or rather, a narrative core that holds the story together really ruined it for me. Like, it just got weaker and weaker, and then to the point where the fourth movie didn't even have Sam Witwicky in it anymore, right? Like,
which is perfectly fine.
But not
so
for me, not when you build a build like the relationships of the Transformers to the people with a character. And then get rid of that character. Like that was the issue for me.
Well,
with no explanation, he was just written out of the show.
Yeah.
Well, because he was a shit person.
No, I get it, but I'll give him to his point. You know, they made the first movie, make a second movie. Megan Fox gets into it with Bay. She doesn't make it into the third movie, and now there's some random model chick, which
is already a problem, right?
Right. Like it didn't make any sense that Sam's hooked up with some high-end fucking. She's literally a model in the movie.
Yeah.
And Sam's like hooked up with her. They don't explain how they fucking met. And again, the only common denominator from the first three movies was the little weirdo with the tiny one, the little tiny.
Oh, the little wheel one, yeah.
Yeah, the little wheeled one or whatever. He's like a common denominator.
But he wasn't in the first movie. He was in the second movie.
What?
That little weird guy was only in the second and third movies, not in the first movie.
That's what he said, though. That's what connects the two movies was the little wheel guy. The common denominator.
So, anyway.
So
I don't know. I feel like that's again, like I was saying, I was asking you guys was. I feel like Optimus Prime, the same fucking thing happens in every movie. He's like, I'm so heroic, and then they half kill him, and then he comes back and takes everybody out.
right.
And I feel like that was every fucking movie, with the exception of the Beast Wars one. Like he didn't half die or anything. He was just for some. Where the hell was he? Was he out in the middle of nowhere or something, and then meets
Jeebus?
Was that the one where the kid is with Jazz? He's Jazz the Porsche. The kid's brother's got cancer or something.
I never saw the most recent one, the one with the Beast Wars characters in it.
I don't know. Regardless, there was no reason to introduce all. There's always a different human. There's like a different human, and he developed some kind of weird relationship with one of the Transformers in every single movie.
My biggest issue with just the Transformer movies as a whole is the human focus bullshit.
I just don't think there was any story direction. It's like you want all
because you keep trying to fucking force feed the human side of it. Who gives a shit about Sam Witwicky and his grandfather doing this bullshit and finds fucking who gives a fuck? I want to see giant robots fucking destroy each other. That's what I'm here for. It's Transformers. I don't give a fuck about the humans. They focus too much on it. You didn't need Sam Witwicky at all. Like, just give me that. But they focus so much on the human aspect that you are forced to have the second and third movies with the same characters because of the story they were trying to weave. That wasn't even a necessity at all. You didn't need any of that shit. The original Transformers movie is a cartoon, but it didn't have fucking human storyline. Fuck that.
What, Tony?
What? That was the most disgusted. What, Tony? What was the third movie? The second one had the Jetfire.
The second one had the Fallen was the bad guy.
Right.
And the third one was Sentinel Prime was the bad guy.
So who the fuck was Sentinel Prime?
Sentinel Prime was the one that was voiced by Leonard Nimoy. He was like a modern type of fire truck.
Oh, it's where he kills him on the fucking bridge.
Yeah.
At the end. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Is that where they have the first time the dinosaur?
No, that's the fourth or fifth one.
The fourth one, yeah. The fourth one
was
the one
terrible.
Wahlberg.
Terrible Grimlock. I'm just like, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be, but it's supposed to be Grimlock. And then Swoop was some like 3-headed King Ghidorah looking motherfucker.
The third one's when Sam's in college. And
the second one is when Sam's in college. The third one is right after he graduated college.
Right, but the girl he's dating or something turns out to be
That's the second one.
That's the second one.
Yeah.
And she's a Transformer, but she
yeah, she is. Continue.
See, Joe agrees. We didn't need Sam Wet Dicky. That's a weird name for you, Joe.
Yeah.
A lot of projecting going on. Yeah, you didn't need the aspect of the movie. You didn't need that shit. It's just, I don't know. I think if you got rid of all the humans and just made a Transformer, like the original Transformer movie, but with modern CGI like they did, I think you could have had an amazing fucking movie.
Yeah, tell that to the people who made Transformers 1.
I don't understand what that means. So,
they did that. It was called Transformers 1. It had no human characters. It was only the robots. It was modern CGI, and it was supposed to be a reimagining almost of the original Transformers movie, and nobody went to see it, and nobody gave a shit.
Well, yeah, because of the fucking track record Transformer movies have had. Why would they?
But again, like
if you get smacked in the dick 10 times, you're gonna go stand in line and get smacked in the dick an 11th? Like,
I don't know.
Am I wrong?
I mean, about that scenario, absolutely not. About the movies, I think so. Because I mean, I see that Joe agrees with you, but Tell me how in 2007 you're going to release a movie that only has giant CGI robots and nothing else.
How did they release a cartoon of that in 1983?
I mean, because it was a cartoon and it was made for kids.
Okay, and make it CGI and make it for kids. Like,
and make it a G-rated movie, then it won't make any money, and you won't.
You don't have to make it a G-rated. You're oversimplifying again to try and have an argument. Like
I'm not oversimplifying. If you're making it for kids,
make it a G-rated. Like you don't need to make a G-rated movie. You can make it a fucking normal movie. Just go that route.
But the point is, the original cartoon was for kids. It didn't matter about the humans. They went to see it. The cartoon was G-rated.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who was the movie made for?
If you make that film, it wasn't made for kids.
But who was it made for?
What are you talking about?
I zoned out. What movie are we talking about?
Transformers. The current Transformers from 2007, whenever the fuck it came out. Who was it made for?
In 2007, it was made for people 13 and up because it was PG-13.
So would it be safe to say that majority of the people they were looking at would have been probably kids when they were in the 80s and saw the original?
I mean, considering I don't know how old Tony was at that time, like, because Transformers was really popular kind of before us, so I don't know what age range that would have been. Tony, how old were you in 2007?
26.
So mid-20s. If it was made for those people, it would have been not PG-13.
That wouldn't have mattered, John. Jesus Christ. I'm done. Anything else, guys? Because Psycho's pissing me off.
Yes, I'm pissing you off because I'm making points about stuff that you don't agree with.
No, you're making points about shit that's not. You're moving goalposts and not just.
I'm not moving goalposts.
You're getting annoying. You're getting annoying. I'm not drunk enough for this. I only had one sip
because it wasn't.
Mom, Dad, don't make me choose.
I'm putting this straight to the veins because, like, Jesus Christ.
Just because you don't agree with something.
Great show till 10 o'clock hit. Oh, all right.
Yikes.
That's fucking stupid. So,
congratulations. You got anything else, guys?
Black Panther Transformers. That's all I got. All right, we're good.
Tony, you want to plug anything for next week?
Yeah, but she's at her house and I'm here. That's the second time I've made that joke. No, I got nothing.
It's more than the second time.
It's hard when you're sober. I don't know. I got nothing. No, I got nothing right now. I don't know. I have come up with something between now and then. I'm sure there's always something jumping up on one of the toy forums or pages or whatever. I can tell you that I'm going to be getting very, very aggressive about some very expensive pieces, posting them on like you were saying, Mercari. I haven't done it yet, but definitely maybe Whatnot on the store, eBay, Mercari. I don't know. I might dabble in all three and see which one bites. But I'm going to be listing quite a few turtles for sure, and some obscure one-off graded other items that people may or may not be interested in. So, yeah, I guess be on the lookout for that shit.
Okay. Well, once you get that set up, you got to like send it out so people know where to look. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man.
Like for sure.
Next week, for collectors, we're doing video games. I don't know what aspect, but Psycho wants to talk games, and we're gonna try and get Cuban guy on, maybe Victor, to talk video game stuff. So, oh god, fucking Joe's messaging me. Like, what's up, Joe?
I'll excuse myself while you guys do video games, not because I don't want to, but because that went on forever last time. So I'll let you guys hash that one out.
Video games can go for a while, especially if Jose and Psycho start arguing.
I'll leave it alone. I'll just watch from the sidelines.
Apparently, Joe's wife had to go check on him to make sure he wasn't dying because he was laughing at me and Psycho going at each other. So, but Cool. So yeah, next week, video games. Like I said, I don't know what aspect, but we'll be there. And then obviously we have drinks and toys, and there'll be something. That's always like last minute decisions, anyways. So whatever kind of pops up on the timeline. Psycho, anything you got, man?
Nope.
Beautiful. Cool. So thanks y'all for coming out. Like, share, subscribe, all that bullshit. Join us next time. I hope y'all enjoyed the nonsense as much as Joe apparently is enjoying it. So till we see you guys next week.